Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I trust you all had an amazing Thanksgiving weekend. If you're traveling today, safe travels. I'm back. YouTube Golf is back. We're here with some news that I want to cover for your faces. So hit that subscribe button. Winner of the $100 Good giveaway on screen. Congratulations, you won $100 to the Good site. All you have to do is send me a DM on Instagram. I'm going to verify it's you and then get you connected with your code through there. But if you did not win, do not worry. We are going to be giving away another pair of the Goat Lane all leather golf shoes, the custom kicks that Grant Horvath has collabed on. You guys know I'm trying to do a giveaway a week until Christmas. So we got these guys back. You guys absolutely love the chance to win these shoes. They're absolutely incredible products. So all you have to do is be subscribed before the end of the week and you'll be entered to win. If you're a brand and you want to jump in on one of these giveaways, give back to the people, be sure to send me a direct message and we can get you hooked up. All right, so we got lots to chat about today. Micah Morris, PGA Tour debut. He's finally covered it. We have, oh my goodness, we have YouTube Golf, Bob Does Sports. We have, well, let's start there. Bob Does Sports bringing Jamie, young Jamie from the Joe Rogan Experience onto their channel. So if you missed it, this past week or weekend, they had a video come out with Jamie from the Joe Rogan Experience. Basically, they played golf. They played in a scramble with him. That's great. You know, video, sure, whatever. But it's the crossover collaboration. I've heard on a couple Joe Rogan podcasts them kind of talk to Jamie about the golf stuff. And I've always like, whenever I hear a mainstream celebrity in the golf, I'm like, like my wheels start turning of like which content creator could potentially bring them into the space, because these types of things, they're just cool for the community. Like they're cool because they're cool, but they're also cool because you just never know. Like what happens if Rogan on a podcast is like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? And Jamie's like, oh, I played golf with Bob Does Sports. And he's like, who's Bob Does Sports? Now let's pull him up. And then he pulls him up in the big screen. And then all of a sudden Bob Does Sports has like tens of millions of people who have never heard of them seeing them for the first time. And especially a brand like Bob Does Sports, like they're relevant outside of just the golf. Like they're comedians, they're entertainers, they're funny people. And so being able to watch them play the golf and watch them do what they do, that's something that anyone can enjoy, regardless if you feel, you know, an intense passion towards the game or not. So I think this collaboration is sick. I think Bob Does Sports is doing a really good job of reaching out into, you know, slightly outside the YouTube golf space. I think they probably definitely have a goal to not just collaborate within YouTube golf. When I did my interview with Matt Kendrick not too long ago, fun little nugget in case you missed it, he talked quite a lot about how Good is really trying to focus on outside of YouTube golf collabs, because there's just obviously more audience there. If a creator or an individual or any type of talent or whatever, they have an audience, that audience is not the YouTube golf audience, and Good collabs with them, then all those people who enjoy golf might jump over onto this, you know, good YouTube golf side of things, which is good for the creative and the channel itself, aka Good or Bob Does Sports, but it's also good for our entire community, right? The more people that tune into Bob Does Sports and Good videos, the more chance there are that people want to hear the news about it and hear the commentary and come to my videos for it. So it's really a rising tide raises all ships. So I think the fact that Bob Does Sports, Good, these brands are going out into the mainstream and grabbing a hold of these like more influential figures in different spaces, it's only going to grow the space. Even the Pebble Beach stuff, which is where they filmed these videos behind me, like I mean, the guys getting down there interacting with J.R. Smith and these other TaylorMade athletes, Grand Micah being invited to TaylorMade Media Day, we could go on and on. But the more touch points we can get as a community in YouTube golf, the better it's going to be for the entire ship. So I'm very, very happy to see that. On the same topic, a little more news. Grant Horvath released his Spyglass video this morning, which ever seen that course? I've only played it on 2K, PGA Tour 2K. And let me tell you, it's like the highest score I've ever shot on PGA Tour 2K. It's like one of the only courses I think I haven't shot under par. And it's, I mean, that's playing it in a video game. So playing it in real life, I mean, everything is like undulated like crazy. It's super narrow. There's a lot of hallways you have to hit. And then the greens are like nuts. They're like these like long curvy things. So it's, I don't think I've been more excited to watch a YouTube golfer play a course, just to like be like, what's he going to shoot? Full transparency, I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm only like 15-20 minutes into it. I started this morning with breakfast. I'm going to finish it after I'm done the video, but I am very excited to see what he goes out and shoots at that course, because it's definitely a beast of a course and it's a challenge. And I think it's definitely one that, you know, Grant is just, he's becoming the guy with the course stuff. You know, he's really becoming like that guy we want to go to, we want to watch play the courses, we want to, you know, have the experiences. He's done his cut series. He still kind of mixes that in where he'll try to make the cut at certain courses. I think he did it when he did his Pebble Beach video. He did those course reviews for a while, but those I think maybe were like just a little too much work, or like not really worth the interest. But just seeing him like go to a course, even if he's not doing like a super in-depth review, it's really cool to get to see one of the better YouTube golfers compete at a like really tough course. Like a guy we're used to going out and seeing shoot like a couple under par. Now he's going to this course where like he's going to struggle to even get within par. So overall, very exciting concept. I love that he's going out and getting the opportunity to play all these courses. And that's a video that I've enjoyed so far and I'm very excited to watch after. So definitely check that one out. All right, topic at hand here. So in this video, playing right behind me, Micah Morris's video with Grant, his match, intense match. I'm not going to ruin it for you. It was a very good match. It was very entertaining. But what was almost more entertaining than the golf and the quality of like the actual match was the commentary, the back and forth, the bickering, the chirping, the whatever you want to call it between Grant and Micah. There were so many points where these guys just became like so real. Like I feel like sometimes YouTube golfers, especially high-end YouTube golfers, they have this real performative nature to them. Obviously, they're trying to entertain hundreds of thousands of people. So they come on and they're kind of polished and they're this and they kind of react a little surface level, right? These guys really just, it was like the cameras weren't there, the way they were interacting. Like they were going back and forth. They were talking about all of the things that they get made fun of online for. Like Micah talked about, obviously, like I'm going to show a clip in a second, but he talked a little bit about like some misconceptions around him and how he's not been playing super well. And Grant was kind of almost chirping him for that. And then he was going back at Grant being like, Grant hasn't missed a fairway in 16 rounds of golf. And like, it was very humanizing. Let's watch a clip together because I think you guys want some perspective on this. And in this clip, Micah actually addresses his CPGA tour and that whole drama, which obviously everyone wants to hear about. So let's watch this together and then we'll react.
I can just feel it in the air. I can just feel some type of like unspoken tension between us right now because Grant's playing the best golf of his life. He hasn't missed a fairway in the last 16 rounds. He shot under par pretty much every single round he played. Like there's a lot happening here. And so a win today for me would be a real ego hit for him. So
it would,
yeah.
But you're also a pro, so
that I'm renouncing that from myself.
You're getting your amateur status back?
I'm going unpro right now. Well, shout out to everyone who everyone had their panties over a dash because I, played in a few pro tournaments and then people thought that I, and I mean.
Panties over a dash, dude. Where do you find these? Do you like Google like one-liners or something?
That one's as old as time.
It's all this time. He hits you with another line. Dude, he's got so many. Like they're always popping out.
Everybody can just relax now. Everybody can, just let your shoulders down. Just realize that I'm having fun and eventually if I get good enough at golf, then we might, we'll see what happens.
Get after him in the comments. Yeah. Let him have it for being a pro. If he loses to me, you gotta let him have it.
All right, Grant's going first. He won the T-flip, the tour T-flip.
If I could beat a pro,
you beat George.
I have beat George.
In the YouTube major.
I did. Yeah, I'm taking one pro down at a time.
All right, so as you can see, I mean, just the banter, the back and forth, the, jovialness of this, but also the realness of this is intrinsically attractive to me. It just feels like it invites you in a bit more. It's a lot of the qualities I really enjoy about Foreplay in their videos. Like, they're super real, they're super raw, they're super just like relatable. Like, you're there with your buddies, they're chirping each other 24/7. Like, it's very, like, transparent, I guess. And I think that's something that traditional YouTube golf maybe doesn't show as much of. So this I really enjoyed. But yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting narrative because we've covered it on the channel quite a bit recently, talking about kind of his, he went on that podcast with Peter Finch and he said that he didn't understand where the misconceptions around pro golf came from. Okay, fine. Then we reacted to that. We're like, well, you kind of said it and kind of made it sound this way. And I still kind of stand by that. I still think his initial comments were that, it sounded like he was going to just like become a pro golfer almost right away. He's since clarified that that is not what he intended to say. Or at least that's what he's saying now, is that's not what I intended to say. What I was trying to say is like, I'm just going to be pursuing pro golf at any level. And if I get good enough there or whatever, but hearing him talk about that, hearing him kind of address the elephant in the room, and just like throughout this video, they talk more specifically about it. So go watch it. But, talking about, obviously he came out on that CPGA Tour sponsorship exemption and played really bad and finished dead last. And like, that's not obviously something he's like super probably stoked about. But to be able to see him kind of laugh about it and acknowledges it, I feel like it does two things. One, again, it makes it more like real and entertaining, but I do think it will take a little bit of wind out of the hater sails. Like when you can address something like that about yourself and like, especially in like a comic fashion, I really do think it does wonders for taking the wind out of the sails of people who want to just detract on him. Because like literally anytime this guy's posted on like TaylorMade or whatever, even on his own post, it's just like a slew of hate, like talking about like, yeah, his like show his scores from his pro debut and this, that, or the other thing, or like this guy can't do this or can't do this. Like he's definitely had this negative energy around him since leaving Good, which, you know, some people would argue is justified in some ways, which I get, especially based on perception, maybe not reality, but on perception, but especially with this whole, I don't know, I think, again, people thought he thought, there we go, that he was going to walk off a Good. He was the best golfer by a long shot, and then he was just going to walk his way on to like top end Korn Ferry Tour pro golf. When he did his initial fitting with Trotty, and Trotty's bigging him up, and I don't think any of that helped him, and I don't think any of that helped the amount of people who wanted to then see him fail because they were upset that he left Good. So it created this whole kind of bubble around him. I think the more he can create comedy out of this, the more he can just kind of poke fun at it and just be himself, the better. He knows who he is, hopefully, and I think the people around him do, and it's whatever, and he can do what he wants. And regardless of what he may or may not have said in the past, I think it's funny that he's addressing it head on like this. So if that was a great video, go check it out. That's your news in YouTube golf for this Monday. Hope you enjoyed. See you later.